Thousands of kids around the nation play high school sports every year. A small percentage play in college, and an even smaller go pro. But some never get their chance. Like Miller's Dust'n Reynolds, cerebral palsy took his ability to compete on the field like others, but it never took his mind. And with Miller football, he's proving everyone has a role to play. Miller head football coach Derek Hill has a secret weapon on his coaching staff, and it's someone who's never played the game, but has always had an eye for it.
We keep him as our offensive analyst. You know, he watches huddle at home, and I mean, guys always texting me stuff. He shoots it to me straight. You know, sometimes he hurts my feelings, and I tell him that.
He says he needs people like that. I said, well, I'm your guy then.
The community of Miller has always had a passion for their sports. Derek Hill has been around it his whole life. And when he was introduced to Dust'n Reynolds when Dustin was a kid, through his assistant coach Jason Smith, they instantly bonded.
Little Dust'n Reynolds, you know, he was a die-hard sports fan. When you love sports and you love Miller, you know, you're going to gravitate to those people. And, you know, Dustin's one of them. And so that's kind of how we built that relationship.
Dust'n has always loved Miller athletics, especially football. But being born with cerebral palsy robbed him of the chance to play. But still, he's been around the game.
Said, hey, Dust'n, why don't you come out and help me with Mighty Mites? And so he lived just right down the road, and his sister would get out of school, and they would all the way up here, just drive all the way up here, and then we would do Mighty Mites.
Hill and Reynolds made a promise to each other. Whoever got a head coaching job first would get the other one on the staff. When Hill was named the Miller head coach, one of the first texts he got was from Dust'n.
First thing, he congratulated me. I said, are you ready to go? And he says, are you serious? And I said, yeah. You know, we made this agreement a long time ago.
I thought he was joking. I thought he meant just come up here for a few practices. He said, no, I want you on the staff. I said, wow, that's cool.
Reynolds is more than X's and O's to the program. He inspires just by being there.
He's persevered in everything he's done. A lot of people can just, you know, just like, hey, I've got this going against me, so I'm going to, you know, shut it down and feel sorry for him. But Dust'n, he's persevered through all of it, works hard, and doing something that, you know, not many, if any, get to do.
Reynolds would have given anything to have played, and his constant presence at practice reminds Miller football that this isn't given.
Whether I feel like it or not, some days I come out here and sit just to set an example for the boys, just to say, hey, if I can do it, you don't have any excuse.
Hill is thankful he's always there, and Reynolds will always be thankful to the Miller coaching staff.
Both Coach Hill and Coach Smith are one of my very best friends, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today.